Okay, so I just want to do as quick as possible. I don't even know if I'll do the whole game right now, but I wanted to get out at least the unit building, um, because I think that was one of the bigger hurdles. So me and Otter Pops and a few people on his stream have been talking about World War II stuff, and I want to put these videos out so that maybe people will be enticed and we can get a little group and play. Unfortunately, the only way I'm going to ever play miniatures game is on Tabletop Simulator. It's just, you know, or a board game on Vassal. Between having nobody in my neighborhood and having no money, even if I did, this is my only opportunity. So, um, so let's get into Flames of War and the unit building. So, took a long time to figure it out. A little crink in my neck. Sometimes that hurts. Some people say that's bad to do, but it felt good. So, anyway, so let's just get into the unit building and how it all works because it's a little bit involved. Um, so when you build a unit, the first thing you want to decide is, who is it? Who are they? From what, are they Axis? Are they Ally? And then there's a few subcategories of that. Um, Fighting first is billed as being the U.S. forces in North Africa during 1942 and 43, which, okay. Uh, Fighting first covers two divisional units. Um, the First Armored Division, and then it has subunits with different diagrams for the individual regiments and the recon company, the recon tank company that was part of it, as well as armored infantry. Then it has the Big Red One, which doesn't have the tanks and the half tracks as much. It's more of a leg-based unit. Um, then it has an independent unit, or a couple of them, tank destroyer unit, and armored recon patrol, which is kind of a rat patrol. Have you ever seen that movie or that TV show? Jeeps and armored cars real fast, that kind of thing. And then it's support units. So you decide which one out of these you want to play. And they all have a little bit of a different flavor. Because of the board that I'm playing on, that's very, it's a village, a building, I decided to go with the Big Red One, the infantry. So I'll go there. And close, but no cigar. The pages sometimes don't jive properly, but close enough. Okay, so if you choose the Big Red One, here's the diagram for it. Just standard rifle company type people. And this is a formation. Your force is everything that you own, and you can have more than one formation should you desire it and have enough points for it. I don't think there'll be a lot of people doing that unless there's, you get the kind of games I like to play where you've got four, people, maybe two on each side or more, something like that. But you technically can have more than one formation. So I'm going to stick with one, and it's going to be this infantry formation. And I have to have these 3 units to start with. So um, we'll go through and show those units. The Rifle Company headquarters is a 1-point unit that gives me 2 small command stands. See what the command stands look like. Or command teams. They use the word team in this game. Games I play to the scale are usually a stand, but whatever. Okay, I'll try to remember teams. So here's the 2. The Honcho and his adjutant, which, they sometimes in these books they use 2IC for second in command. We always used XO, whatever. So there's those 2 officers that are leading it, and the little men around them, sergeants and lieutenants or whatever from staff. Make up a little team that can fight if they need be. What else can they do? They can also call in artillery and air support and stuff like that. Spot for it. Okay, and then I have my combat elements. I went with 3 platoons, even though I'm required to have 2. I decided to round it out and just make an infantry company. And so, and that requires 3 platoons. So, and they have customization, which I added to it. So I've got the full strength version. As you can see, there's 2 versions: the 7 team for 6 or the 10 team for 8. So I've got 3 10 team, and they all have the additional LMG unit for a total of 10 per platoon times 3, or excuse me, 9 per platoon times 3, 27. Derp. Okay, and then see the rest of the unit options are machine guns, anti-tank guns, a self-propelled half-track artillery, and mortar. I got a mortar for support. I got the 6-tube mortar for 6 points. 366. And I got machine gun platoon. There's 4 of those for 3 points. 4 machine gun, 3 points. And then I moved into, here's the destroyer unit. Here's the support units. You can have airplanes, all this. I got this. I got the Stuart observation post, and I got 4 guns, the big battery of 10 105 artillery to make my unit. So that doesn't, it's not, let's see, it's close to 50, 37, 40, so just shy of 50, which is the maximum, close enough. So as far as command cards, they're supposed to have point costs on the card. These cards don't, for whatever reason, and I'm not going to go chase them around. If I were to use them, I would just say you could spend 2 points per card, and then you draw them randomly, and hopefully they have some sort of effect. But and that's listed in the command card rules. You can do it that way, where you buy them for points, because I guess the real ones have the points on them, or you can just say each team gets so many cards in addition to their forces. That's what the little rules on pamphlet on command cards have to say. But they're interesting. I never really liked that kind of system as much as a lot of other people do, but I can see it. You could you know, if you can buy the ones, if you can go through the deck and pick the ones that are relevant to you, to the forces you choose, you could have a real small force with a lot of cards that's, you know, they're real kick-ass. They've got all these special abilities on the card, so it's like making them elite, you know, but they can, you know, be overwhelmed as well. Plus you have to, you know, some of these cards can only be played in certain situations. So I'm going to drop the cards for this game. I just thought I'd go through them as they're part of the construction of the unit technically. So I brush on them real quick. So the Afrika Korps one, just do this just as fast, and then I'll make this video kind of a separate intro, and then we'll go into the gameplay if anybody wants to see that. There is, I think I already mentioned, there is a really great set of tutorials done by the company themselves, and I might just link to them and save myself some time, because they're probably more articulate than I could be on running through the whole game system. So, but I did want to put at least this out. All right, so same situation. I wanted to pick an infantry based force because of the small, you know, size of the map and the buildings and stuff. So I went with the light division infantry. Oh, let's find out what. Let's see, 26-ish. Here we go. So there's the element that they're trying to represent, and its full capacity or full organization. But here's your actual infantry. Same deal. Even more obligatory units. Got to have tank platoon, anti-tank platoon, and 2 infantry platoons, and the headquarters. So, and I've got that. But I did trick them out. I got the SMG for the 2 points for the headquarters, and then I got these outfits here, these platoon outfits, and I got them all tricked out with everything. So they're full size with the 4 teams and the 1 anti-tank rifle, which I'm sure, I don't know how effective that will be in this game. A heavy machine gun and a mortar in support for each platoon. So 10 points total for 30. And then I went and got the smaller version of the anti-tank platoon. I only got the 2 guns because I just didn't expect to see many tanks because I'm both players. So it was easy to do. But anyway, and I wanted to put in some cool stuff. I tried to fit in a Tiger because Tiger, but it doesn't, the points don't even work out for that. I don't know that the points make sense to me. I got the Stuka, and that was 6 points, but a Tiger is like 29 or something like that. I don't know. I mean, that's a judgment call you can make yourselves. I don't know, whatever. So it just seems a little counterintuitive to me. So anyway, but just show you how expensive German armor is, and rightfully so, understandably so. It's both rare and sometimes a little bit overpowered, so you got to really want it and have a big force to put out the really cool Tigers and their escorts and all that. So just, I'm not, I just had to show you. So anyway, so I picked, oops, I went past. I picked the Havzi artillery battery section. I got 2 105 Arty that I misspelled because I can't type. I got it listed as, I got it all screwed up. Let's fix it. Well, you don't need to see me editing text. It's supposed to say 7. I screwed up. And 2 Stukas, which are 6. So that comes out to, I think, 50 on the nose. So anyway. So it's not much there, but it's got a little kick. So we'll see how that plays out. And that's the totality of creating a force.